Hi, it's Lee Watts with Ashton Watts Consulting. Thank you for watching this video today. Before I say anything else, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to bring you more content about how you can grow, expand, and be super clear with your marketing, branding, and just your business overall. So today I'm going to talk about a really hot topic. Honestly, I could talk about this all day. So I'm going to try to just keep this really brief. And if you need more assistance in this area, feel free to contact me, Lee at ashwinwatts.com, and I'll make sure I'll put my email and all of my contact information in the description below. But today I want to talk about how to create a social media strategy. Now, if you know anything about me, I love talking about strategy. I honestly believe that everything begins and ends with strategy. So we're going to talk about how you can create real content marketing and a social media strategy that will help your business grow and for you to meet your needs. So to keep it brief, because there's so many different topics and so many ways we can go with this, there's no way for me to really cover it all right now. But I want to share, I believe, 8 points with you. So I'm going to go super quick. Make sure you grab a pen and paper and take some great notes. And again, follow up with me or just follow me. Sometimes you'll get other information through different things that I share. So again, all my information is below. So number one is you need to know what is the goal, right? So many of us are posting and sharing on social media with no goal. We have no idea what the outcomes are we're looking for. We have no idea why we're doing it other than we know we have a business, we have a brand, and we should be posting. But make sure that you have goals in mind for what it is that you need your social media to do. It may be visibility. It may be to educate your audience. It may be to gain trust. And it may be you might be at the season in your business where really it's all about conversions. So if you're thinking, hey, Lee, I'm really just trying to get conversions from the jump, can't do it like that. You have to nurture your audience and make sure that they trust you, they know you, they like you, they understand what you're offering. So don't jump too fast to trying to convert people without following through and making sure they understand you, trust you, like you, all of those things, or else you're going to turn people off from the very beginning. So know what your goals are for your social media. I have my notes. Number two, know what you are measuring. So analytics with social media is super important. Of course, all of them have ways that you can measure. LinkedIn has it, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them. I'm not sure about TikTok yet. I will admittedly say I am not a big TikTok person, but definitely the others. So make sure you figure that out. I think I may even do a course on just reading your analytics or maybe another video and just understanding what those numbers mean and what you should or could be looking at to help understand what's doing well on your page, what's not doing well, what you should be doing more of. So know your numbers, know your analytics, know what you're measuring. Number three, what is your key message? So when you're doing your social media strategy, you need to understand what is the key messages or message that I want to consistently get out. If you're all over the place and you're always talking about a lot of different things, people get confused and you dilute your brand. So make sure you know what your key messages are. I would recommend not having more than maybe 3 messages overall that you're consistently pushing and talking about. So that doesn't mean that you can't share personal things on your website or on your social media, but make sure even with that, you keep it pretty tight and not talk about too many different types of social things or personal things on your social media. I think I'm on number 4 is, are you engaging? Now listen, social media is honestly about engagement. So if you are one of those people who like to post and leave or schedule and leave, then your social media will likely not grow. You need to engage with other users, other people? Are you commenting? Are you liking other people's things? Are you responding once they post on yours? Engagement is super, super important. I do use scheduling tools, absolutely, but I also set aside time each day, each week, where I am all about just engaging with other people. So make sure you are incorporating engagement into your social media strategy. Number 5, use those hashtags. So if you have like 1 million followers or a few thousand, hundreds, whatever, like really large following, you may not need to use your hashtags any longer. It may not be that important to you, but if you're still trying to grow, if you're still trying to pull that audience together, make sure that they see you, know what you're talking about, make sure you understand how to use hashtags and that you're using them effectively. Now, just a quick small tip regarding this: hashtags ideally work well on Instagram and Twitter, not so much, a little bit on LinkedIn and a little bit on Facebook, but not so much. So if you're putting 30 hashtags on Facebook, that is an indicator right there that you don't understand how to use the platform. So make sure you're using hashtags appropriately. Your hashtags should not all be super huge, broad hashtags. Mix up the hashtags so that some of them are big and capturing larger audiences, some of them medium audiences. And then if you want to get really detailed and specific with things specific to your brand, that's fine as well. But make sure you mix up your hashtags. Number 6, is your content diverse? So if you're just doing selfies every single day, unless you're a model, that's not diverse content. So make sure you're giving people content in different ways. Same with quotes every day. You don't want to do that either. You want to make sure you're giving some people something different and different ways to take in whatever those messages are for you. There's nothing wrong with selfies. There's nothing wrong with pictures of yourself. There's nothing wrong with quotes. There's nothing wrong with any of them, but just make sure you diversify. So when people go to your page, they see a different types of information, and again, a different way to take in information. Number 7, does your profile have a theme? So when I talk about a theme, I mean, if you have colors, is it coming out in your social media? When I go again just to your profile, does it have certain filters that I can tell that you're always using, certain colors that you have sprinkled throughout? Doesn't mean every single picture should have your brand colors. In fact, I actually highly recommend that you don't do that because it's just too curated and it's just too salesy. But make sure you mix it up and that I'm still clear on what your brand is, that this is definitely a post from this specific brand or this specific person. So make sure there's an energy and an emotion that happens when we come across your profile page. A profile page is similar to someone walking into your store. So again, what is the feel that I have when I walk into your store? You don't want people to be too salesy when they walk into your store. You give people space to breathe, to look around, to see different types of things. So same with your social media profile. Make sure that it's not too salesy, but enough to know that we know whose brand it is, whose store it is, right? And so number 8, which features will you use on your different profiles? Now, one of the things I always recommend is don't try to be a master at all the social media platforms. Yes, I am on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, but I concentrate on just a few of those and using the majority of features on just 1 or 2 of those platforms. And that's the other point. Whatever platform that you decide to really, really focus on, make sure you use their features. Don't just post, or just don't only use stories. Like Instagram has a ton of different ways to use their platform. They like that. They want to see, and they push up and put out those users that really play around on their platform and use their different features. So make sure you are using the different features of the 1 or 2 platforms that you've decided to really go deep with and understand more of. Other things I can talk about with your social media strategy, make sure you look at your bio and that you're using it appropriately. All of those things are really, really important. All of these things are important. Social media strategy is such an important topic. There's no way I could just cover it all right here. But if you need assistance with your social media strategy, be sure to reach out to me, Lee, L-E-E, at ashbyandwatts.com. Or again, look at the description below. There are other ways that you can engage with me and learn some more about marketing, branding, clarity, and strategy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe, and I will talk to y'all soon.